I wanted to address this issue because I've been having this thinking in my mind that why would people who live in their ancestral land see themselves as slaves? You know, why do Igbo people think that they are slaves? And actually, they have now imbibed it into their spirit that they are slaves, and they say they want freedom, that they are slaves in their fatherland. So I would really like us to explore this thinking and this ideology. You understand me? Like, why are Igbo people saying that they are slaves? And then, are Igbo people really slaves? Is it that they are slaves and we don't know it? So I would really like to explore this notion of freedom, because sometimes, be careful of the places and the people and where there is a saying that freedom, 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 because you don't even know what it is going to entail. But I think that the first thing we need to do is to, first of all, answer the question: are Igbo people slaves in Nigeria? And so, if we can establish that Igbo people are slaves in Nigeria, then there is a place for them to say, because when you are a slave, then you need freedom, you see. But if you are not a slave in Nigeria, so where does the notion of slavery come in your day-to-day lives? In your going in your coming and in your dealings? So my people, thank you so much, my sister. Me, I'm not a slave. When I was growing up, I had the opportunity to live in my village, and I never felt as a slave. I was not a slave. There is nothing like slavery. My parents, my grandparents, my granduncles, my step-grandmothers, everybody was doing their thing. Then when I moved to Lagos, when I moved to the university, who is this one again? Choose. Oh, there's nobody that went to the East actually that saw the ESN. There are just a handful of young men and women that we have seen in the bushes, like they say, the Abia State Command, Anambra State. Those are just the few. But that video that you saw with all those young men, those things are just thought videos. But anyway, that's by the way. So we're talking about freedom. So who is a slave in Nigeria, and are Igbo people slaves in Nigeria? I like to put forward that there is no place that is as free as Nigeria. Nigeria is so free because of the failure in government, actually. People in Nigeria are living in excessive freedom, actually. For example, you don't have to register anywhere. For example, if you are in Nigeria, you just come up with an idea that you want to go to sell one market, it doesn't even matter whether you studied about it. You are so free in Nigeria to do anything, like excessive freedom. You will see somebody will tell you he's a cosmetologist. You will be mixing cream and selling to people. People will be buying. There is nobody controlling them. You will see somebody, like the other time, they say there was a woman that was doing surgery. She did not go to school. She does not have license, but she opened a shop and started offering services of bought remake, and she was having customers. Good evening, Atanato Sadiene. Good evening. Why would somebody, like, there's excessive freedom. I see a lot of people in Nigeria, like, you can just say, think about something doing. So a lot of people will, like mothers, you say, why don't you find something doing? You just go and find something doing. Just like that. You go and take clothes, you start selling. Nobody is disturbing you. You get the profit, you pocket it, is your money. You don't pay taxes. You just be doing it. Like, you are so free. Our Igbo brothers, they can go anywhere. They rent a shop. They start selling any goods. Nobody is disturbing them. That is excessive freedom. Do you know, here in Germany, before you can say you want to sell bread, just bread, you first of all, you have to go and register with health. You have to register with food. You have to register with local authority. You have to register with financial district. You have to bring a tax number. No 10 kobo is going unaccounted for. You have to register where you are living. You have to go for a course that you understand everything about food hygiene, food contamination, pathogen profilation. You will go for that. You will pay for all those things. So it's not like you will just go there. You will go, you sit down in the lecture. You will take the lecture, you will take blood sample, they will check your blood, make sure that your blood, everything, you are not having a problem with your health, that you can transfer to the populace, all these things, just because you want to sell bread. I'm just giving an example. Like maybe you say, like this one, Nigerian people, everybody will you just sit on the roadside, you start to roast your corn, you start to roast plantain, you just have that freedom to find something doing for yourself. You don't do that anywhere else. You don't have that freedom. There is a man that was killed in the US some time ago, Eric Garner. The news was all over the place. He was standing by a corner selling cigarettes. The police came to tackle him. Why are you selling cigarettes? Because you don't have the license to sell cigarettes. You are not allowed to just stay in one corner and start selling anything. And he was trying to resist arrest. Then he got into a chokehold. Go and check the news. Eric Garner, what was his crime? He was standing in a corner selling cigarettes. But you in Nigeria, the so-called slave, you move around, you buy goods, you sell goods. Nobody is disturbing you. Every part of Nigeria, most places, before you buy something, it's an Igbo person that will be selling it. You move around, you trade, but somehow somebody have taught you that you are a slave, and then you have put it inside your heart that I'm a slave and I need freedom. And you know the funny thing, these people that are promising you freedom, they don't even allow freedom of you to talk what you want to talk. They don't even allow freedom of you to do what you want to do. We saw the video of them beating those young boys and saying that they did not come to collect uniform. You don't even have freedom of what you want to. And these are the people that want to give you freedom. You can't even behave, talk. They say it's command and control. But now you are here in Nigeria, you are free. But because you have excessive freedom, you now think that you are a slave. In Nigeria, you just wake up and do your thing. Many people, whatever you are doing today as a profession, you did not study it. Many people, you just go to the university, you study one course, and maybe, as the job market, you come out and you find something doing by yourself. You didn't have to go and study that for any new profession. You already have your education as your baseline. Then you move from it, you do other things, but you cannot do that elsewhere. You can't do that elsewhere. Anywhere else you go, if you studied, for example, banking and finance, and you are not able to get a job as a banker, you cannot just go wake up and say you want to do another thing. You don't have the certification for that. You don't have the the authorization to do that. And what do? You are going to go again and go to school and study something else and get another certification before you can do anything. I mean, this is just, I'm just taking this part as a first part, because this is the thing that gives you the fundamental of what you live on, what you survive on. You have the freedom. Are there insecurity in Nigeria because of armed robbery and failed healthcare system? All those things are there, but it is not peculiar to Nigeria alone. It's not peculiar to Nigeria alone. And that does not infringe on your personal or individual freedom. And then you look at it again. One of the things that make people say that Nigeria, is repressive for them, that Igbo people are this and that. They say that, for example, Igbo people are excluded from the federal government jobs. Very true. Very true. Igbo people, for example, they are not as many in the federal government jobs. But I would suppose that the state government can be a buffer for something like this. The merit that the federal government lack, do you have that merit in Igbo land? Are the people working for the state government employed on the basis of merit? Are the people in the local government, are the people in charge of office, running all those places, are they, you understand me? Are they employed on the basis of merit? Everything you are accusing the federal government is taking place in the southeast. For example, there was an Abia government. He sacked every non-Abia indigene, sacked them from their work because they are not Abia indigene. Even though Nigeria grants everybody the freedom to live anywhere. Now imagine if Lagos State begins to filter everyone that was Igbo and sack them from their work and sack them from every official position. There will be an uproar. But this was happening in Abia State. Until today, I don't think that thing was redressed. They sacked them from the civil service in Abia State. And are you telling me that if persons like ordinary state creation that we say that was imposed or not, we take it so heartedly to the point that you say you are not Imo, you are Abia. You are not Abia, you are Anambra. I sack you from Abia civil service. Go to your Abia. So what exactly is giving you the mind to think about freedom, in the sense that if you are no longer in Nigeria, that you have freedom in Igbo land? Let's say you are living only with Igbo people in Igbo land. What is on ground today that is showing you that you are going to live a very free land? That you are going to have freedom, this freedom? Do you think that the people that are championing this freedom, they are going to give you freedom? The people, when they get that power they need, do you think they want to give you freedom? I'll give you an example. Somebody, for example, today, we heard that somebody posted something and he said, anybody that is posting anything in the name of Radio Biafra, we suffer. That you can open any platform and you can call it any name, but you cannot call it Radio Biafra. This is the freedom that they want to give you. Hello? You need to examine all these promises and all the claims. My brother Max Njaka Obina said it happened in Anambra first. You see, imagine, I didn't even know. I only had the one of Abia State, and I saw it because it kind of trended for a long time. Imagine Igbo people sacking Igbo people on the basis of the state that the so-called Fulani created for them. So you are so wise, you are so enlightened. Then the Fulani that would divide you, the Janjaweed, they now came and divided your region into states, and you are holding on to that division that it divided you, and you say that you are wise, and you say that you are the wisest. You have to think about it. Think about it. Look at the Northerners. Wherever they move, they live there. Look at the Southwesterners. Wherever they move to, they live there. But as an Igbo person from Imo State, from Abia State, can you go and live in Abia, in Anambra, in Enugu, and at some point you begin to say, I am from Enugu? It's not possible. You have to always go back to your village, because the consciousness of Igbo people, the evolution of Igbo people stopped at village level. So Igbo people are still at their village level in the mind. They have not come out of that village development, they have not gone beyond that. So anybody that is promising you anything, you have to look at the structure on ground first. Is there any move to centralize Igbo land and make it livable, accessible to anybody, as long as you are Igbo? And as long as you don't have this, it's still the same. If you go to different communities, there is a battle for landed properties. If you go to any state, there is always a fight for land, ancestral land. There's always land issues, land grabbing, land this, land that. Even government want to do anything, they are going to have it very tough with the people, because the land is always an issue. So before somebody will be telling you that they want to give you freedom, you need to reassess why you think you are not free right now. And what is making you not free? Why do you think you are not free? Eh? Why do you think you are not free? Who is holding you? Why that makes you not free? You have Igbo land. You have Imo. You have Abia. Even you can start with maybe saying, okay, or every area that is Igbo speaking area, like do something for now, for your people. Bring your people together. Develop your language. Igbo language is actually the only language that doesn't have, for example, a newspaper. If you look at BBC Igbo, it was by force. Say, do for me as you did for other people, because actually they did BBC Hausa, they've been doing it, and they went to do BBC Yoruba, and Igbo people were like, so they now exclude us before they now added them. And do you know, out of those BBC stations, it's still Igbo BBC people that are begging Igbo people, say, please go to our website, or please stay on it for 2 minutes so that they will not close it. It is not selling. Whereas the one of Yoruba doesn't have problem. People are tuning in. You don't have to go and tell them, please come to the website, please watch our videos. The people are tuning in. The people are keeping it up. You have so many considerances. Everything is a problem. I'm in another man country right now, but I used to be in my father's country before. You see, I am here now. And there are many people who are here, and the people that are also telling you that you are not free, they are also here. In fact, they are even with Eliza, the one that created country. They did not go and tell Queen Eliza, say, come and give us freedom. I'm even very far from Queen Elizabeth. I am in Germany. So I am not holding you. I am not holding you. You have freedom to move. That is what I'm saying. If you are a slave, who born you? Can you just wake up and say, like, for example, go to the east, everybody is moving to Lagos. People who went to Christmas, people are moving from there to back to their bases. Nobody disturb them. You come, you go, free movement, live your life free. Igbo people you wake up in the morning, you establish one business, you are doing your business, nobody is disturbing you. Nobody is checking. Nobody is saying you should bring certification. Nobody, and you are free like that. Most of people who went to Lagos to hustle, they did not go with house. They did not go with money. They went with themselves and their will and their zeal, and they were able to start up something and grow it and make something out of it. That is freedom. You don't have that freedom elsewhere. Ask people, for example, in this Germany, before you even do anything, you will be learning language. You'll be learning language. Ask people who are here. You people don't know the meaning of freedom that you have. You have excessive freedom. Excessive freedom to do as you wish. You determine when you wake up. You determine when you sleep. You decide everything about. You decide who you marry. You decide who you don't marry. But do you know the interesting part about this freedom and that we need? Do you know that Igbo people are still the only people in Nigeria, the only ethnic group in Nigeria enslaving other Igbos, calling them Osu? One even came here to call me Osu. Yes, Igbo people are enslaving their fellow Igbos in the name of Osu, whatever that means. So you are talking about freedom while you are free. But on the irony of it all is Igbo people, the same Igbo people that are crying freedom, they are the one holding the freedom of their fellow brethren. No intermarriage. Do you know that as an Osu, you cannot just go to and get a job with the state government, with the local government? If you have to leave that place, you have to leave that place before you can even have some semblance of humanity. You have to leave. So many people who are repressed. Do you know that, like all of you now, all of you, our men, as you are struggling, you are working hard, you are doing everything. Have you considered what can happen to your children if they look for you, they did not find you? If anything happened to you today, do you know what widows and orphans pass through in Igbo land? Do you know? Do you know the repression? Osu is something that is, they said in the past that Osu was people who were dedicated to the gods, and so they were like the Igbo untouchables. So when you are an Osu, normally you do not buy and sell with others, you do not intermarry with others. Actually, like you are a slave and the other ones are freeborn in Igbo land. And they have talked up and down, they have abolished up and down. Every state government will come and abolish. High people have come and abolished, but the thing still remain. The people, the freeborn, cannot conceive in their hearts that they will not be the same with Osu. They can't even, because they will say what the forefathers saw. Like, you know, they don't want to go there at all in their mind. No matter what anybody is telling you, when it comes to marriage, at the most, there's nothing like that. And some of these Osu, they happen because during the time they were kidnapping, you know, they were during the time of the transatlantic slave trade, there was a lot of people who were running into the shrine for protection so that they will not take them into slavery. So once you run into, you understand, because there was a lot of kidnapping also because of bad people who were middlemen for the slave traders. So they are going into the villages and ransacking, and some people even ran into the shrine for protection. For different reasons, people run into the shrine for maybe when they repress you as a widow, you know, some women, they will take their children there for protection, and so they become Osu. You know, so they have some shrines where they go in, and then once you touch it, and the idea is that if you intermarry with an Osu, your children becomes Osu. You see, it's like, you know, it's like when they say anything Osu touches and it touches you, you become Osu. So people avoid Osu by all means. Imagine enslave people, enslaved Igbos. So most of these Osus, they only have the opportunity to travel out, to go to other parts of Nigeria, and then they will feel their humanity, but sometimes they are so poor and wretched, and they may not be able to leave those communities. But in the times of the missionary, they were also the people that embraced Christianity because Christianity promised them freedom and hope. So most of them trooped into Christianity. So you find them also as Christians, as bishops and popes, and you know, religious people also. But that is just an irony. The people that are saying we want freedom, they are the ones, the only region where people are slaves in Nigeria today is in Igbo land. So what do you want those people who are Osu, who cannot associate as they want because they are Osu, who cannot marry as they want because they are Osu, who cannot go to the market and sell as they want because they are Osu, who cannot go to the river and fetch water as they want because they are Osu? But you, the larger Igbo population, you are free. You can go to any length of Nigeria and do your business and associate as you like, and you are free and nobody bothers you. But somehow some people have coined it into your mind and told you that you are a slave in Nigeria, and so they want to give you freedom. They want to give you freedom. Freedom that you will not be allowed to say what you want. Freedom that you cannot associate as you want. Freedom that you cannot marry as you like. The freedom that is going to be worse than draconian. Command and control freedom. Really? Really? So, my people, no, Osu is different, but they like to, because the idea that Osu are not even, like, Osu are denied their humanity. So because they actually see Osu in this light, the people, they feel that they are sabo, that they don't agree with what they are saying. They think that, you know, tagging them Osu is also like making, you know, like giving them a bad name, a bad rap, a bad reputation, something like that. This is just what is going on, you know. So yeah, my people, this is all I want to say for a start. You know, you are free. Don't let anybody tell you are not free. You are free. The only people that are not free actually are the Osu, and we would hope that they will gain their freedom just like every other person. We would hope that they will intermarry just like every other person. We would hope that they will go to the market and sell and buy just like every other person. The Osu are the people that need freedom from Igbo people. I think we need to start from there. The Osu need freedom, but every other person is free. Everybody has tried to intervene. I remember when I was in secondary school, one girl in my school, then somebody called her an Osu. Me, I didn't really know, because in my village it was not talked about. So it was in boarding school. So they reported it to the principal, and the principal was like, in Imo State, in Abia State, in Anambra State, that like called the 5 Igbo state, that Osu has been abolished, and anybody that calls Osu, that they are going to take the person to police station. So they took the case to police station. I don't really know much of what happened, but I was wondering, what is Osu? So when I went home, I now decided to ask my step grandmother, like, explain it to me, what is Osu? So she now started explaining it to me, that Osu are the people that used to be the chief priest and the people custodian of the tribe, of the shrines and oracles, and so they were like sacred, and they were set apart, they were not intermingled with people. And later on, when they started to kidnap people to go and sell them in Mbamini, in what we call rivers now, or maybe I think Calabari, something like that, that some people will also try to run into those shrines for protection, because normally once you just run into those shrines, you become also part of them. So some people don't mind, they run into that shrine because it's a large, vast area of land. You can actually live within that place. You farm, they have their own area. So that practice, I don't know if the shrines are still existing, but every village where they have Osu, they still know those people who are Osu, and they are marked. You can't come, like, even if an Osu has money in their hand and they are giving somebody that is a freeborn, to collect that money itself, if they know that that person Osu, they feel contaminated already. So the Osu, first of all, needs freedom. The Osu need freedom. And first of all, you are free. As an Igbo person, in Nigeria, you are free. In Nigeria, you have excessive freedom. Most times, people are doing what they want, except, like, even to the point that when people commit crime, they can go free if nobody catches them at the point. Excessive freedom. Here, you don't have freedom anywhere. You don't have that kind of freedom. All your data is in their hands. You are not free like that. But you are free in Nigeria. And if there are anything that is needed to make life easy, you can make it happen in your state. Yes, nobody is stopping you. If you want good health care, you can provide it in your state. Use that acumen, use all those energy, provide good care in your state. If you want good education, nothing is stopping you. Nothing is stopping you. If you say the federal government is not employing your youth, then create employment for your people in the state. Provide employment opportunity, build factories instead of carrying pot belly up and down. Do something for your people. So, except, of course, it's not always about freedom. It's not about you. It's not about the ordinary person. It's not about caring for you. It's just about people who want power, who want position, who want to, be in control. This is just what it is all about. And if look at what is happening in South Sudan, look at what is happening in Ethiopia, look at all those places where people fought hard and separated. Okay, if you look at the European countries that separated, things are not bad per se, like, no amenities in the regions that separated. And it's not even a matter of no water, no school, no healthcare, and then we want our own place so that we can have water, we can have light. No, it was always a matter of political control, having more political control to determine your how you run your things. And these people, they already have, if you look at, for example, Czech Republic and Slovakia, everything was already basic, but Czech people wanted more political control. The other people wanted political control, you see, and they did it amicably and they went their separate way. But we have a situation whereby even with the controlling of the states in the hands of the indigenes of those places, they can't provide anything for their people. And somehow some magic is going to happen if they gain freedom. Like, hello, who is holding you now? What is stopping you? Okay, our brother is saying the danger, and the question is if this is the if the Eastern have their own country, will the Western, Southern, Middle Belt remain with Fulani? The question is you can't form a country based on one ethnicity. You can't. That is the truth. Those days are gone. Even the countries you see today as one ethnicity, they were merged. They were merged. If you go to China, do you think all these vast areas of countries that you see, that they are big countries, do you think they are one people? No. Is they are, if they are able to implement rule of law, if they are able to follow the rules and make it applicable for everybody. And what we are talking about regional government, we have a semblance of it already in the states. So why are the state governors, state representatives not delivering to their states? That is the question. Why are they not delivering? What is stopping them from delivering? Who is enabling this malfunction and irresponsibility? Because it's not about creating another dysfunctional society. Why is the one that you have now not functioning? Why the one you have now is not functioning? Even this Germany was merged. Germany was merged even before the first war. It was they are still different groups. They were merged. Like even like the state of Bayern is a Freistaat Thuringia. Like they are free nations that they could actually stand on their own, like Austria, but they decided to be one in Germany. You see, so the fundamentals is that as a state, you should be able to put things in place in your own state. And it is not Fulani that is ruling Imo State, Abia State, Anambra State, Delta State, River State, Edo State. It is not Fulani that is ruling all these places in the south. It is not Fulani. So if you can deliver when you are free, why like if you can't deliver when you are free, I mean, if you can't deliver good dividends of democracy to your people now that you are free, you have everything, you are your sons and daughters, you see praise singing. I see people stretching there was a picture, Ibazon was in the middle and they stretched their hand and they were praying for him and praying for him, you know. This is somebody that has not done anything that they like. If you go to Aba, for example, they're supposed to design it and build a good metropole out of it. There's nothing stopping them. Do you know that state government can even work with UN Habitat, UN Development Commission, and they can do something for their state, really, if the intention is actually to do something for the state. And above all, I would like to tell you, my people, you are free. You are free. And I would also like to say, the Osu in Igbo land, they are the ones that are in bondage. Those are the ones that are slaves. And I put it to all of us that they need freedom. Those are the people that really need freedom. Every other person is free except the Osu. So the Igbo have no moral standing to be talking about freedom when they are the ones enslaving their own people. They will tell you that they have abolished it. That abolishment did not start today. The abolishment is not about a group of people going to one place and doing meeting and say the abolishment starts in every village, in every community. The abolition needs to go into, and they know all these things, but they will not do it. They will go and stay in a hall where nobody knows anybody. They will not be talking and speaking big grammar. They will say they have abolished it. But in the villages, life goes on. Just like, you know, you see things on television, but it is not your reality in the villages where you are. So we need to talk about those enslaved Igbo people in Igbo land and talk about their freedom so that they can also be free like us, to mingle as they want, to marry as they want, to buy and sell as they want, to live as they want, free like every one of us. So thank you so much, my people. I don't know if anybody wants to say anything. Hello. Oh, hello, Chichi. You're welcome to the program. Sister Chichi from the
Yeah,
US,
so
yeah.
yeah, so I listened to the entire program. I mean, you nailed it. There is nothing more to say than to tell our people that again of what you are seeing in Nigeria among the Igbos today is the power of media. That is how much media has brainwashed our people. They failed to. There was one clip that was trending in 2019, 2020. A woman was telling her friend on phone, she's in Abuja, her friend is in Lagos. She was telling her friend how she has she got bone straight human hair, luxury bags, Versace, Gucci, or whatnot, and a Range Rover Sport from her husband. So her friend was living in a kind of bungalow. She said she lived in a place in Abuja. The friend lives in a bungalow in Lagos. It was just a kind of a standard average home. She has her Camry car, she has the iPhone and everything. So when the friend was talking to her, she felt that she is trapped in her marriage because the husband doesn't have a lot of money like her friend's husband.
Yeah.
She started packing her things to leave.
Yeah.
So while she was packing her things to leave, the rich wife's husband came back, and they looked for 500 naira he kept before he left, and started pounding this woman like food. This woman who would have a luxurious life, phone, cars, expensive brand, live in mansion and all whatnot. Yeah. So she started pounding him like pounding him like. And the phone, remember now, she was still on phone with somebody, though the phone fly off her hand. And the friend in Lagos who already finished packing her load was hearing the whole thing going on. And when she was packing her thing, her luggage is already in the delivery. Her husband came back with $1 billion worth of billion naira worth of contracts he has been chasing for the past 3 months. So the husband asked her, honey, where are you taking your clothes? She said, I'm taking them. Honey, guess what? I got a contract. Where are you taking your clothes? She lied, saying, I am taking them to the dry cleaner. Meanwhile, somebody has talked her into leaving her marriage, right?
Yeah.
This is exactly the picture I see in the whole of this rural value among people. They take social media life serious. They take media propaganda serious. They make meaning out of non-existent things. All those fantasies online. And you know that online, I can choose to be a doctor, like I'm a nurse. I know every single medical terminology. I can tell you that you have idiopathic bullet figures, and honestly, I know the meaning. Okay?
Yeah.
That sounds very good. The doctor can speak that big grammar. When you hear idiopathic bullet figures from me, you believe I'm a doctor, but in reality, I am not. That is what social media is. And that is what I see that people is caught up with social media life and the lies that spice up the happenings around you. Okay, we say we are slaves, right? I agree we are slaves. What can convince me that I am a slave? Yet, in the whole of Igbo in Nigeria, Igbos are the highest migrants. It is impossible to live in a whole state in any part of Nigeria and the Igbo man does not own a building in that street. It is also impossible. It is very difficult to count 5 streets and find a house belonging to a Yoruba man in Igbo land. Yet we say we are slaves. What kind of freedom do we need? If you want to know what I'm talking about, visit Alaba International Market. You discover that 80% belongs to Igbos. What kind of freedom do we need? You go to Kaduna, an average booming business belongs to an Igbo man. What business do we really need? What freedom again? You have freedom to basically everything. You even have freedom to insult the current president because he is not an Igbo.
Thank you.
And you say you are a slave. How I mean, can somebody wake me up to the reality that we are slaves? If this is what Igbo people are calling slavery, is slavery. I chose to remain that kind of slave where I have the right to do
what I want.
Anything I want to do. Yes. Yes. I chose to remain a slave with the 100% right to insult even the ruling president who is not from my tribe. But on the other hand, I don't blame them. I don't blame the Igbos a whole lot. Because we don't give what you don't have. You cannot give what you don't have. We have so much hate in our hearts. And that fuels the belief and the assumption that we are being marginalized, that somebody is superior to these people. I called them last time, I was wondering how somebody will call me black and they expect it to offend me if that person is not a white supremacist. When in fact I know that I'm black and at least you're light skinned, I'm not light skinned.
You can't be everything.
What I'm saying by I'm light skinned, you are not, is that I am not just black. I have more melanin than you. So which even a kind of justify the language, the use of the language black very, very well. Then why should I get offended? Why should you just come and call me, you this black lady, and they want me to feel offended, if not the white supremacy group? Then it's applicable to. I grew up in Igbo. I lived in Nigeria for 20-something years of my life. I grew up in Nigeria where somebody will simply call you Onyemo. As a matter of fact, my aunt got married to a very rich engineer from Uyo. Do you know that anytime she disagrees with her mom when she comes up, what the mom will tell her is, after sending you to university, the only thank you will tell me to bring an mama. This mama is so handsome. He's so humble. He's so gentle. He is so caring. He is a father, a husband, a friend, an in-law. Everything you can ask for in a human being. This mama is all that. His only crime is that he's not an Igbo man. And when my auntie would talk to us, she would say, God gave me everything I prayed for in a spouse. The only thing I'm missing is that he's not an Igbo man. My question, what is wrong with him
not being
from
an
where
Igbo man?
he found himself? Yes, because he gave you the comfort you want. In fact, you have whatever car you want, whatever house you want, whatever. You go home when you want, you go back when you want. You live with your mother for long that she wants to stay with you. He funded everything. You got a job with Chevron. He said you can't work and make enough. What is wrong? Am I missing something? Because sometimes I think I'm abnormal when I don't see things the way people are seeing them.
No, you are not.
Like this IPOB now the on many occasions I used to wonder, am I really like abnormal? Am I deviating the norm?
No.
What's wrong with me?
No, nothing.
I see it the way everybody is seeing it.
No, you're okay.
Trying to be more analytical. Am I just being more analytical than those who will just shove everything down in their throat without asking questions? Or is that the difference between me and people?
Obviously.
Or is it that I'm being stupid?
Obviously.
Sometimes I ask that way.
All right, now. All right, my sister. Thank you so much.
That's the only thing I see going on with my fellow Igbos. They feel that they are superior. Anybody is not supposed to be in charge of them. If you are in charge of them, God has been defeated. It's just like when you hear people saying making America great again. What makes America to become great in the first place? Because the black man was the president? Or is it because of the narrative of a group who, anytime their candidate of preference wins the election, God has won? When he is defeated, God has left White House. Is it not the same thing with what I'm seeing in Igbo land today? My dear, we are not slaves anywhere. If you are saying that we are slaves in Igbo land, you are part of those people who believe that when your candidate win election in American election, God has won election. When your candidate loses, God has lost. When they are swearing in your candidate from the candidate of your least preference, God, they are bringing God back to White House. Other than that, I don't see any other thing going on that media influence that makes people believe that they are superior to certain group of people. Because all over the world, I have been with people from at least 40 countries, either either the white supremacy or kind of Igbo supremacy.
Yeah.
The rest will just look at you like a regular human being and move on and go.
Yeah.
I mean, you are just insignificant whether you are pink, orange, or red. I don't care.
Thank you so much, my sister.
Yeah,
Let
so
me take on another person. Thank you.
No problem, no problem.
Hello.
Hello, Blessedom.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Thank you so much. You want to contribute to the program? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We are listening.
I listened to you this evening. Okay.
Okay.
This topic has been what I have been waiting for a very long time, because I think, like Hitler said, when you keep lying to people for a period of time, the lie becomes a truth. Becomes truth. Okay?
Okay.
Now, let me start with first. Fulani is in your backyard. They are raping you. They are killing your mother. They are raping you and your daughter. They are abducting you. This is number one lies. That they exaggerated everything. When you begin to tell them, please, do you have any? Tell me those people that we are abducted. Tell me those mothers that we are raped. Tell me those daughters that we killed. They will only point out one place where they had a clashes between Fulani and the people living there. Okay? And every day they are selling this lie. When you listen to them now, when they want to argue with you, they say, do you like the raping? Do you like the raping that raping your mother? Then you get to ask them, where are they raping your mother? They will not tell you. Now, let me come to this issue now. They began to say, Igbos are slaves. Most of them will be crying. Oh God, look at what we are passing through in Nigeria. Yet they are the richest, the most wealthy people in Nigeria. How did they become rich? These people, they don't know the value of population when it comes to economy. They have the right to go to any part of Nigeria to establish themselves. When they are going in multitude. The same people shouting they are slaves. They are going in multitude. They will go there, they will dominate some part. And when you ask them, they will say, we are developing it, we are developing it. The same people can never sell their land to a foreigner. In Nigeria, not even a foreigner, to other tribes like Yoruba, outside. Once there is a group of people, maybe they have one or two houses in one street, they will begin to say, wait, it's like they're coming to come and dominate in our land. But they want to come to your land and dominate you. Yet they are calling themselves slaves. These same people, they have the right to do business in Nigeria. They import whatever they wish to import. Go to the product, go to the market and see this kind of substandard product they import into the market. Nobody cares. You don't ask them questions. They are becoming rich in the expense of poor Nigerian cities. The same Igbo people are operating pharmacy. Do you know what it means to sell medicine? You just open pharmacy. You just open a shop and call it a chemist shop. You begin to sell. Someone that haven't even finished secondary school is there selling medicine to people, making huge amount of money. Yet you are calling yourself slaves. These same people will go to another country. Those of Igbo people living in another country, they will go there, pack the whole used product, both tires, clothes, everything. They will import it into Nigeria to make money. Nobody is stopping them from importing it. They are becoming richer with it. Yet they are crying, shouting, we are slave, we are slave. I just don't understand who sold these narratives to us.
I don't know. It's very, very detrimental. The funny thing, I have one image I wanted to show you guys. The person that is promising you freedom, I want you to read this thing by yourself. I'll show you, then I will read it. He said, I don't know, can you read it?
Wait, no, I cannot see you. Okay, wait. He's talking about is it the post he made about those that will use Biafra radio?
Yeah, he said, we are not against anybody opening their own media platform to propagate whatever message they deem fit. However, the name Radio Biafra is exclusive to the worldwide family of IPOB and cannot be used by any person or persons outside the command structure of our noble movement. To do otherwise is to invite unimaginable calamity on one's head. Those traitors and saboteurs being urged on by DSS and other zoo agencies to name their outfit Radio Biafra must understand that such move is tantamount to suicide. There will be no mercy. Don't say you were not warned. This is the people that want to give you freedom. Oh. Ordinary Radio Biafra, you cannot say it. Oh. But you can call Nigeria a zoo.
Let me explain now the kind of okay. These people, they will come, they will claim to be how they call it, God sent, according to them. When you listen to IPOB, once you said anything they like, the next thing you will hear, oh, he's Elohim. I don't even not even go to the Elohim back then. Now, according to them, Trump, God sent, Nnamdi Kanu, God sent, every other leader, devil sent, Satan sent, or whatever. Only those people they love are the God sent. Now, I listened to that, not even about what he meant. Look at his broadcast. He said, anybody that writes anything against Eastern Security Network, bring his name and his address so that we will kill him. He now they cannot say this thing.
Imagine, oh.
Imagine someone who couldn't even allow you to air your opinion is promising you freedom.
Freedom. Freedom.
Someone that couldn't even allow you to debate whether what he did was right or wrong. He's the same person promising you freedom. I think we should begin to ask ourselves important questions. Now, this same guy is using the Radio Biafra he stole from the owners. Now threatening people that you shouldn't open any platform with the name Radio Biafra.
Thank you so much, my brother. That was very enlightening. Thank you. So, my people, like I told you guys yesterday, examine the facts before you allow yourself to self-destruct. If somebody is telling you they want to give you freedom, freedom from what? You are free. You are free. You are a bona fide indigenous person born in Igbo land, ancestral to Igbo land. Your people are the one in control of Igbo land. Fulani is not ruling Igbo land. Yoruba is not ruling Igbo land. The same way Yoruba people are free. The same way every other person are free. If there is a problem of insecurity, that's another issue, like the farmer, like what is going on in the middle belt, you know, where there is a lot of insecurity problem, ethnic cleansing and all those things. It is not your problem. You cannot make a claim about what is happening in the middle belt. This is the problem in the middle belt. This is the problem in the northeast. This is the problem in the northwest. It is not in the southeast. So you cannot make a case for it. You are so isolated from all that is happening, as much as you want it to happen to you. But God has deemed the Southeasterners, you know, that they will not suffer this insecurity at this time. As much as you wish it upon them, it is not coming on them. To God be the glory. You are free, my brothers and my sisters. Only Igbo, you are free. You are free to be an Igbo person. You are free to live in Igbo land. You are free to make Igbo land what you want it to be. You are free to create Igbo land that is going to be paradise on earth. Nobody is holding you. Nobody is stopping you. And anybody that tell you that until they go to one place, until one thing happens, is exploiting you because you are suffering from excess freedom. And like I said, consider that this freedom that you have, that the Osu need that freedom. Let them also enjoy that freedom that you are having, so that they can also have the mind to say, we are free. You see? So you are free, my brothers and my sisters. Don't allow anybody to put it into your head that you are not free. Free, free. You are born free. You were born free, free. You are not a slave to anybody. You decide what you do. For example, you decide to watch this platform. If you don't like, you can decide to watch another platform. That is freedom. But when you are not free, you will be forced to watch only one channel. You will be forced to listen to only one voice. Oh, that is what you will be listening to. And if you don't listen to it, you are inviting calamity upon yourself. But now you are free. You call Nigeria anything you like. You call Yoruba people what you like. You call Hausa people what you like. Nobody is persecuting you. You are free like that. You wake up, you travel, you go to Akwa Ibom. when I did my youth service, I served in Uyo. When I was in Uyo, it was still Igbo people that were everywhere. I went to Ikodekpene, the market there, it was Igbo people. It was Igbo people everywhere. I don't know what the problem is. Everybody is there doing Uyo main market is Igbo people, literally. You go to Uyo main market, you'll be speaking Igbo, not what was the Anang or Ibibio. Igbo, that's what they were speaking. The same thing when I went to Calabar, the same thing, Igbo people were there. And Calabar is such a beautiful place. Igbo people were there. Nothing is stopping you. I saw the transformation that Akpabio did to Uyo, and I'm amazed. It's almost like looking like a real metropole. But a little bit down from Ikotekpede to Aba, you come back to Igbo land, you know, decrepit, non-disciplined, no big deal, you know, like, make what you want out of Igbo land. It is yours. What is the problem with saying I'm Igbo person? I'm from Igbo land. I am an Igbo woman. I'm an Igbo man. Why do you want to escape from yourself? You are a freeborn, a free man, a free woman. Use your freedom. Create something from your freedom. And don't let anybody deceive you. So my people, I think we've had more than an hour here. Thank you so much for joining me. We'll always be able to continue this kind of conversation in another video next time. God bless you all. Have a nice night's rest. Bye for now.